In case you haven't noticed, there's a lot of drama on YouTube right now. Huge YouTubers firing out diss tracks left, right and centre, so much that if it keeps going, Keemstar is gonna grow Drama Alert into the biggest news corporation on the planet. But over the years, particularly in the Call of Duty community, there's been a fair share of dramatic proceedings that predate Drama Alert. Let's have a look at 3 of the biggest drama events to take place in the Call of Duty YouTube community. Might as well start with the biggest piece of Call of Duty drama of all time, in my opinion, G-Unit 123's fake nuke. Back in 2010, right in the prime of Modern Warfare 2 YouTube, people were going for the fastest nuke ever recorded on YouTube to cement themselves in the Call of Duty Hall of Fame. This guy G-Unit 123's channel was already blowing up like crazy. He had some serious, crazy gameplays. The guy was actually great at COD. I remember getting home from school and checking out the old YouTube app on my iPod Touch. That's how far back we're talking. And his videos would always be at the top of the homepage. I didn't have an account to subscribe back then, but that's how popular he was. The homepage was G-Unit's own subscriber feed. But despite the incredible amount of views and subscribers he was getting at the time, when you present yourself as this demon COD player, you're obviously going to want the records to back it up, which culminated in this legendary video, uploaded by Machinima Respawn actually, bit of a throwback that, world's fastest nuke? Question mark? Now, a basic rule of thumb on YouTube, if a video title has a bold statement and then a question mark after it, the answer is 99% of the time, most certainly, no, is it fuck? Also, I can't know this for certain, but I believe I'm correct when I say that this wasn't the original title of the video. It didn't have legit or not in the title because, of course, why would Machinima Respawn question themselves having the world's fastest nuke on their channel? Anyway, let's get into the video.
Hey guys, it's Shaggy here, aka G-Unit.
Fuck me, I forgot how loud he used to speak.
Getting the world's fastest nuke in 30 seconds. Just showing you guys. Legit.
I absolutely love the way he says the word legit. It's like the cheekiest, most suspicious way of saying legit he could have ever possibly done. But anyway, he goes on to explain his tactics of getting the nuke, how he needs to get this multi-kill with the Semtex grenade straight away, and apart from his dodgy as fuck legit comment, this was the first red flag because the players in the other team capture the B flag but all decide, do you know what, it's quite nice here, eh? Why don't we all just sit in this spot together for a convenient amount of time because oh fuck, there's a grenade. And this isn't even a ground war, which he says himself in the video, so 6 players, the entire enemy team, had to sit in that spot and then 4 people have to not move a muscle after respawning so a Harrier strike can land on top of them, so G-Unit gets his chopper gunner, and after that it's pretty self-explanatory.
I'll get a nuke there. Straight. I'm playing against a bunch of retards. You see the score at the end. There's only 1 10 prestige. He's probably a hacker, I guess, anyway.
Bit of an unnecessary dig at your accomplices there, mate.
Shaggy here. Signing out. Don't miss out. Peace.
Oh, trust me, peace was the last thing Shaggy was going to be having after this video. Before we get into how the video was exposed as a fake, I just want to ask, how long do you think this video would have stayed unexposed for in 2017? I mean, there's at least, 12 people including Shaggy involved in this, so surely these days one of those people would have started talking to Drama Alert within a few hours. Fuck, people in the lobby would have probably recorded the whole setup and the pre-match instructions too. 15 days after the world's fastest nuke, was it or was it not, video was uploaded, Hutch, who's a legend in the Call of Duty YouTube scene, a real OG, uploaded an interview with him and G-Unit on Machinima Respawn, I guess in response to all the comments they must have been getting on the fastest nuke video. At this point I think this is when the original title was changed to the one we see today, but the title of this interview video is Fake Nuke Shenanigans Interview with G-Unit 123, and I remember my 14-year-old self thinking, oh, this'll be fucking good.
I actually have G-Unit 23 on the phone with me right now. And today we're going to talk about your 2 videos that are causing a ruckus.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention he also faked another killstreakless knife-only nuke, which, I mean, come on, whoever is getting killstreakless knife-only nukes needs to be tested for fucking substance abuse at that point.
I'm just going to ask you, right off the bat, was the world's fastest nuke video legit?
Nope.
It was not legit. Okay, now the second one is, was the killstreak-less nuke with just knife only legit?
Nope.
Okay.
Jaws fucking hit the floor worldwide. It's almost quite underwhelming how quickly he admits it. Like I say, these days with Drama Alert, I reckon you're talking at least 3 different videos from Keemstar. At first, denial and everyone losing their shit questioning G-Unit. Video number 2, a couple people from the lobby contact Keemstar and get interviewed confirming the nuke was fake. And then thirdly, an interview with G-Unit admitting it was fake. All the while Keemstar is draining the world's supply of popcorn to dangerously low levels. I cannot stress enough how big a deal this was back in the day.
Were you expecting your one video to go viral and get like 1 million views in one day?
Back then, 1 million views in one day is absolutely insane. People were losing their shit over this. Like, seriously. And oh boy, if G-Unit thought he'd get away from this one with a little heat, a slap on the wrist, he was dead wrong. There are still people to this day commenting on G-Unit's videos in all caps saying fake nuke. This happened more than 7 years ago and people still haven't forgiven him. There's YouTubers out there exploiting their fans, doing fraudulent giveaways that have had an easier time with the backlash than G-Unit. Well, I seen on the last video Shaggy uploaded that he says he's just turned 22, so when he was 14 he faked the nuke, is that right? We've all done some daft shit when we're 14. Granted, we've not all started a fucking meltdown on YouTube at 14, but still, if you're ever on G-Unit's channel, let him know he's done his time. Fuck, there's people that have been put in jail for literally killing people in 2010 that'll be out by now. Surely we can all move on from G-Unit's illegitimate nuke. This next episode of Call of Duty Drama happened overnight on a live stream, and I remember it very well as I was watching the live stream very late at night. In fact, it could have even been about 1 in the morning this took place on a school night for me, such was my level of dedication. But what happened on this live stream? A huge upset in a 1v1 on Call of Duty 4 between Tom Syndicate and Wings of Redemption. The live stream in question was actually a podcast called Painkiller Already, which was like the podcast in the Call of Duty community, listened to back in the day, and Wings of Redemption was one of the 3 hosts on the podcast. To give you an insight into Wings, he wasn't a bad guy or anything, he was just ridiculously competitive and was renowned for his camping and COD ability. That was his style. At least he was honest about it, but a lot of people didn't see it that way. He had his fair share of haters, which is a bit of an understatement actually. People loved to hate Wings. He took a lot of abuse, so when on a podcast Wings is running his mouth about how good his shot is and how he'll piss all over Syndicate, who was still only a zombies YouTuber at the time, people are going to be praying for a bigger upset than when Leicester won the Premier League. The way Wings was talking himself up, in fact, it would be like your dad's fucking 5-a-side team winning the Champions League if he lost.
I use ball because it's the most wide open map. It actually tests your shot anywhere from more than just close range.
Anyway, the match starts and it begins to not go the way Wings would have liked.
Basically, he has the advantage right now because he's using the trash pile.
And it gets worse.
Is he still sitting over there, just crouching?
I'm sorry, I can't tell you where he is. It wouldn't be right.
Yeah, you're supposed to put radar on these things.
And worse.
I could play like a bitch like he is, but I ain't got the time to do it now.
And it's no longer words, it's groans now. Then it's him smashing up his controller.
I knew that was a tough lobby to do well in, but I was there.
And yet it's back to words again.
I broke my controller. Yeah, keep fucking laughing, you fucking faggot.
And finally, this most infamous clip of all.
Fuck! Why the fuck you stream that shit?
Why the fuck you stream that shit? With that, Wings' descent was complete. He was fucking hounded for this, like, bad. I believe he says himself his channel never really recovered from this, but I don't know, I disagree because he was now public enemy number 1. He's the villain in the COD community. He could have ran with it, but I guess he just had too much pride in his COD ability, which is fair enough when it comes to the noble art of 1v1ing. It doesn't end there though. There was a rematch apparently being set up by a billionaire, no joke, a guy called Alki David, and the worst part, this rematch would be hosted by Keemstar, because when you're feeling under pressure, feeling the heat, what you want the most is Keemstar getting involved, right? In the end, the rematch in which the winner would have got $8,000 or $10,000 never happened because Wings approached Syndicate with an offer that Syndicate throws the rematch, lets Wings win, and then they split the money, which Syndicate leaked. So yeah, the hole Wings dug eventually reached the South Pole, and anyone near it was sucked through it into the vacuum of space. The end. If you're hearing this, Wings, you win some, you lose some. I think we can all put this past us now. The last tale of drama we're going to cover in this video is iFlyIllini's video from 2012, Raw Instinct, Thief, Liar, Cheater. First of all, what a fucking title for a video. I mean, that has drama oozing from it. Basically, this Call of Duty tips and tricks kind of YouTuber, Raw Instinct, who had about 250,000 subscribers at the time, was blatantly copying small and bigger YouTubers to get himself to the top. What he would do is copy this guy, iFlyIllini's videos pretty much frame for frame, give no credit, and then with his thumbnails, he'd make them look exactly like T Martin's thumbnails so as to bait in people thinking they're going to be watching a T Martin video. Now, your opinion on T Martin aside, these days, Raw Instinct was being a bit of a prick, to be fair. So iFlyIllini had enough and decided to unleash one of the biggest exposed videos of all time on Raw Instinct. It even had the sad music and everything. He wasn't fucking around.
And then, without me even asking, he says that he will shout out my channel. A shout out, even though he didn't steal any of my content? That sounds odd, doesn't it?
The video goes on to say how Raw Instinct gave out so many empty promises to make it up to this guy for ripping him off, blah blah blah, but it's the reaction to this video we're interested in, and after this video went viral, another case of the Call of Duty community being the most unforgiving on YouTube unfolded, and Raw Instinct's subscriber count started plummeting at free fall speed. Well, iFlyIllini's began to soar. It was like one of those fucking power draining Pokemon moves, except with YouTube subscribers. It was so bad that Raw Instinct just gave up and quit YouTube. That was it. I mean, of course he tried a bit of damage control in his comment section, but that didn't last long and he vanished off the face of the earth. Meanwhile, iFlyIllini became the fucking people's champion until he got caught a year later on a website masturbating on camera for money, hounded by the Call of Duty community and kicked out of the Air Force. Ouch. Yeah, that whole story probably deserves a video on its own. I mean, personally, if people were paying me to masturbate on camera for yeah, a video for another time, I guess. If you go to Raw Instinct's channel these days, you'll see he posted a video about a year ago explaining what happened to him, and he's quite honest and open about everything now. He's a grown man and not some naive 17-year-old kid, as he puts it, which is fair enough. And there we are. I hope you enjoyed this video looking back at Call of Duty YouTube drama over the years, and if you did, please leave a like on the video as it would be very much appreciated. And let me know in the comments if you remember any of the dramatic events in this video, or if you think you have some older, maybe some obscure Call of Duty drama that deserves a video. Let me know in the comments. Of course, let me know any other video suggestions you have for me for the future. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.